Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2023 Ford Explorer. We are working our way through our complete guide videos, and we've come to the Platinum trim now, where we're going to cover all the standard equipment, plus the different packages and standalone options that are available on this Platinum trim for the 2023 Ford Explorer. So if you like videos like this and want to stay updated on product information and news updates, you found the right channel. Hit that red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll also get notified next time another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So as I mentioned, we are going to dive in and cover the first the standard equipment plus the different optional packages and the standalone options all in this video. It's going to be a very long video, so feel free to use the timestamps down below so you can move around in the video and get the information you're looking for to help you make an informed decision on whether or not the Platinum trim is going to be best for you when ordering the 2023 Ford Explorer. So the order banks are open right now for the 23 Explorer, so hopefully you have a good local dealership that knows how to do price protection as well as lock in any interest rates for you. And if you are struggling with that, we can help you out with that too. We do have a special offer for our YouTube viewers for free shipping. We'll have more information about that at the end of the video, and there's a timestamp for that as well down in the description for that under the conclusion of the video there. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about some of these mechanical features that are standard equipment first. All right, now we're going to talk mechanical features first, and doing this, we're going to actually use Ford's website because it is up and running, so you can go out and build your own. So we're going to go over here to the Ford build price. So Ford.com is where you're going to find that. Go over here to the crossover SUVs and crossovers, and if you're watching this on, I forget on the other videos I haven't done this, but if you can do this on mobile as well, there's three little bars. You click on that and it'll bring over your this section here. Then you're going to go to your 2023 Explorer, go down to build and price, and then you click on that and you can start your build. And then you do want to look at this. It does tell you that there are some issues, possibly supply chains that could cause delays. And there are some options that may be needed to be added later in the year if they're struggling with microchips and such. So just be aware of that. And we'll talk about those when we get to those later. Now, we have a video on the base, XLT, ST line, Limited, Timberline, ST. Now we're talking about the Platinum trim. Now this is available in a hybrid. It is one of two trim levels that you can get a hybrid in. You can get a hybrid in Limited and in the Platinum. So we'll talk about this. The hybrid is actually the standard equipment trim for the Platinum. So there's two different equipment groups, a 600A. Actually, I don't think it's 600A. Let's actually click on there and pull it up. Start our build there. And actually, if you go to the packages, it actually shows us, yeah, 600A is going to be your what's included, and then there's 601A. So that's different motors and different things are included in each one of those. So we're going to talk about what's standard 601A first. And you can see with that is where you're going to get the hybrid. So in their mind and Ford's mind, the EcoBoost engine is an upgraded engine. So that's why the 3.3 liter hybrid on this trim is the standard engine and configuration and standard equipment. Now on the Limited, it was just the other way around because you had the option of the 2.3 or the hybrid, which in that case, the hybrid was an upgrade from the 2.3 liter. So that's the kind of the way Ford works that for the different the trim levels. So we're looking at 600A, and it's going to come standard with a 3.3 liter hybrid engine that is going to give you also the transmission, as you mentioned, see down here, is going to be the 10-speed automatic modular hybrid transmission. So it pretty much when it needs to, it's going to use the gas. So taking off propulsion and that kind of thing, you're going to see the gas being kind of brought in, and that's why it's a modular hybrid transmission. And then when it needs to, cruising, such like that, slower speeds, it's using all hybrid those. So that in those situations, so that's what helps you out. Now this is available, the hybrid, in either the rear-wheel drive, or you can get it in all-wheel drive as well. The intelligent four-wheel drive system that gives you the terrain management system as well, that allows you to just use that dial, change the different terrain, the terrain management system to the different what you're driving on. So the different terrain you're driving on. So it's going to shift the 4x4 and put it in those situations where it needs to match what you're driving on. So that's pretty cool on how that works. Now your rear-wheel drives will come with a 358 non-limited slip rear axle, whereas your four-wheel drives will come with a 373 non-limited slip rear axle on those. So now these hybrids will come with the active noise cancellation, as well as it will also get a pedestrian alert sounder. So because they're a hybrid, they're going to be slower in parking lots and those situations. It's, as you're backing up, it's going to alert you and alert people that you're wanting to back up by having some sounds as you're backing up. So Also, front and rear stabilizer bars, standard equipment, independent front and rear suspension to give it a great, phenomenal ride. Electronic parking brake with the auto hold. So that means if you're a stoplight, stop sign, press that auto hold button. It'll hold the brake, so then you can take your foot off the brake. Also, your four-wheel drives will get hill descent control to help you when go, in those types of situations. Also, whether it be rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, you're going to have the hill start assist, which means that if you're on a hill, it allow you to transition from that brake to the gas without it drifting back on you. You do have electric power assist steering, the E-Pass, that allows for a little bit better easy steering in those slower speed situations like parking lots and such. But then on the higher speeds you're going, it's going to make it and adjust it easily there. Also does get side wind stabilization, so that wind will push you from side to side when you're on the highway. So some great technologies. Now we'll when we go in and talk about the 601A equipment group, we'll talk about some things that you will that's going to be different, and some of the different things like we mentioned earlier, the active noise cancellation, the pedestrian alert sounder are things that you will not have on the gas motor that you get with the hybrid, and we'll cover that when we start talking about that 601A equipment group and how that's different and which way you want to go. Either basically you're able to choose the hybrid or the EcoBoost, but in this case we're going to talk about the standard equipment for the hybrid because that is the standard. That's what we're starting off with the 600A. So next we're going to talk about some safety features, and these safety features are the same as it is on all the other trims so far. There are a couple other safety features. We're just kind of throwing those in with the exterior equipment when we get to those. But check out this video that I recorded on the base trim that has all the safety features. If you've watched the other videos, this is where you could skip ahead to the exterior part of the timestamp down below. But if you haven't, this is the only video you're watching. You want to get that safety features and what's included in those. Here's that equipment. Now, in talking about some of the safety features, first talk about the different airbag system that's in the vehicle. So you will have a driver and front passenger dual stage front airbag. That means it deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. So you're real close, deploy a smaller airbag. If you're further away, a bigger airbag. It really just depends on how far you are. It does have a sensor underneath that seat that the system knows how close you are to the steering wheel to deploy the correct size airbag. Also, front seat side impact airbags. So they'll be on the side of those seats on those front seats. If you have a side collision on the AB pillar, it's going to force expand and protect you from any kind of side collision and that being collapsed into you as well. Also, you do get the driver and front passenger both will get a knee airbag. So for the driver, it's going to come down from that steering column. For the passenger, out of that glove box to help protect from any front collision and that engine coming in to you in the cabin. Also, safety canopy side curtain airbags with rollover sensor. So basically, if the vehicle ends up rolling over, it's going to pull those coming down beside it to help from breaking glass coming into the vehicle that way as well. So great airbag system here. Ford likes to call it the personal safety system because you are kind of keeping you protected in those collisions there. Now let's talk about some other ways to protect you if you're driving along. So there is one way to help hopefully prevent you from having any kind of accident, and that is advanced track with roll stability control and curve control. The goal behind this is to keep you on your intended path. So maybe you're going that curve a little too fast. Use a series of brakes around the vehicle and the wheel that it needs to help you keeping going where you need to go. Whether it be slick outside, maybe you just went in that curve a little too fast and you're trying to slow down and then keep control. It's going to do that as well as that roll stability control too. Now, if you are in an accident, maybe you did get in an accident, you're off the side of the road, need help, it does have SOS post-crash alert system that honks the horns, flashes lights, so people know that to come to your safety. You also do get 911 assist, so that allows you with a Bluetooth-enabled phone to call 911 directly, and even will ask you and respond if you are not, using that and calling out. It's going to ask you and maybe even call 911 directly if you don't respond to the system as well. You get pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, which means if you're following somebody behind you and they're going much slower than you, maybe you have the brakes on and you're not paying attention, talking to someone else or something, it's going to use as a series of tones that you need to stop. Preloads those brakes with that brake support as well, so that way when you hit your brakes, you're going to stop even faster. So it even puts a little thing on your productivity screen as well that blinks red, letting you know that there's someone stopped ahead of you. Also does have post-collision braking. So if you do get an accident, maybe you're unconscious, you're not able to put it in park, then it's going to brake the vehicle so you don't have, go roll off to the side in an unsafe situation, worse than you already have with that accident there. Also, you do get a lane keeping system. So that lane keeping system is a great system, part of the Copilot 360 suite of features that you're going to get with this. That uses 3 different functions behind it. One of them is a driver alert feature that's going to alert you if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often, alerts you and lets you know that. Also, you do have a lane keeping aid system or an alert system, or you can use them both. So the alert system is going to do is it'll allow you to leave your lane, but when you cross over those lines, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. Or you can use the aid system, which when you get over to those lines, will try to bring you back. It has to see those lines. Some roads don't always, so this is an assist feature. It's not a autonomous driving by any means to help you keep in your lane, but it's a great system. If you use those together, it'll still bring you over, but when you get to the line, it'll vibrate the steering wheel and let you know that you're there. Also, last thing on the safety feature I want to cover is the security lock, passive, and a theft system. Basically means the coded key is the only one that can start the vehicle. So automatically locks the steering column for you so that you can't start the vehicle unless that key is in the vehicle, or if it has an actual key, that it puts it in there and turns that. So it has to have the correct coded key for that. So really nice on how that all works as well. So that's all the safety features. Let's now get into the styling, exterior look of the base trim and what it looks like. Now we're going to start talking about the exterior styling of the vehicle. To do that, we're going to start with the paint colors that are available. So let's start here. We do have the agate black metallic is available. We do also have the carbonized gray metallic available. Star White Metallic, which is a tri-coat. It's $7.95 for that. We do have the Stone Blue Metallic, which is $4.95 because that is a clear coat paint. We do have the Forged Green Metallic. This is I think a new color for this year. Jewel Red Metallic is a $4.95. That is also a tinted clear coat as well as this color, which is the Rapid Red tinted clear coat as well, is $4.95. And then you have the iconic silver color right there. So we're going to go with, let's go with this color right here for this video. We'll go through that. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the exterior styling. Click on this. We're going to make this a little bigger for us. And all right, so the active grille shutters are going to be standard on this, just like with the other trims. It means it's going to open and close when it needs to. Let the air flow in those situations when they're going slower. Highway speeds, when there's already plenty of air coming underneath, it's going to close them, give you some better aerodynamics there. Also, your new unique grille up here. So you're not going to see this grille on any other trim. Each trim has its own dedicated grille, and this one is a unique finish. Or a unique look to it, look with the satin aluminum finish to that. So pretty cool look there for that. Really dresses it up, gives an upscale look. The upper bumper is going to be body colored throughout here. Also, the lower part will be molded in black down there. That's where you want more of the durable, more of those rock chips and such that are going to kick up on there to help protect it that way. The skid plate down under here is going to be a satin aluminum, actually it's a premium silver look to it. So a little bit different design and color than the other ones get, like the Limited and the King Ranch gets. Now, let's talk about your headlights. Configurable daytime running lights, which means you can configure those to be on during the daytime by adjusting the lighting section for your vehicle settings screen there. Also, you have LED low beam and high beam headlight with courtesy delay. So LED is so much brighter. These are also automatic feature, which means if you haven't one of the auto settings, it's going to automatically turn those on and turn off when it gets, turn them on when it gets light, turn them off when it gets daytime. Also, you do have adaptive headlights, which means as you're turning, they're going to turn into those. So that's the way. That's what's great about those. It's going to light up your intended path, which is what I like there. Also, you do have the LED signature lighting, lights up here, this light bar. So that way, it's pretty cool look to it. So a lot of the trims are coming with that. LED fog lights as well. So all LEDs here for you. Wiper activated headlights, which means they're going to come on when the wipers are on. Also, rain sensing wipers. So they'll turn on when it starts to rain. If you have one of those intermittent settings, it's going to automatically start wiping. The harder it rains, the faster they're going to wipe. Also, you do have auto high beams as well. So just like your automatic headlights, they're going to come on when it's really dark outside. If someone approaches you in the city lights, it's going to automatically turn them off. That is a feature you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section of your vehicle settings screen. Acoustic laminated windows for the windshield and side windows makes it quieter in the vehicle, but also nice safety feature here on the windshield itself. To a piece of plastic between those two pieces of glass, so it'll contain that and so that it doesn't just shatter the glass coming inside the vehicle. Also, you get 360-degree camera with split view, which means one side is going to be a bird's eye view seen around the vehicle, so you can see all the different things beside and front and back. And then the other one will be either the front or backup camera. So if you're in reverse, you're going to see that backup camera on that side, full view of that what's right behind you. If you turn that camera on when you're in drive, it's going to show you the front camera when you're under a certain speed. Now, moving to the side over here, 21-inch bright machined aluminum wheel. You can see that with a luster nickel painted pocket. So real nice upscaled wheel here for you. And 21 is one of the bigger wheels that we see on the Explorer. All season tires are going to be included as well. Individual tire pressure monitoring system. You will, with the hybrids, you will get a heavy-duty front and rear brake calipers, and you're also going to get the high series brakes with the regenerative braking system. So you want those high series brakes because that's what's going to help bring you return some of that energy back to your batteries for those hybrid motors. So to help with those. Also, you do have the wheel lip moldings are going to be black around here, also the lower part and up and around. So it's more durable, of course. You do have that bright, I believe it is a satin aluminum accent over here that matches with the grille and such. So that kind of matches everything up there. Also, your roof rack side rails are going to be that aluminum finish, chrome finish up there on those two. So real nice finish on all that works, or how that looks there. Also, high gloss black mirror cap as well right here. So premium finish to those. Now, the mirrors themselves. Power folding with auto fold, which means they'll power fold in when you need them to. Also, when you lock the vehicle, they're going to power fold in. Power and heated on the glass. Security approach lamp. That's going to light the ground beside the vehicle. Some people like to call it the puddle lamp. LED turn signals as well here on the outside. So they're gonna blink when your turn signals are on. And you will get driver's side view auto dimming mirror, which means that driver's side mirror will dim. So cars come, pass you on that passing lane with bright lights, it's going to dim that mirror for you, which is a nice feature to have. Also, memory for these as well. That'll be included with your driver's seat. So we'll talk more about that when we get inside. You also get the Bliss with cross traffic alert, so the blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror unless it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. As you're backing up, someone crosses your path behind you, it's going to use a series of tones to tell you not to back up. It puts a message in the productivity screen telling you if they're coming from the left or the right. Should light up the exterior mirror on the side they're coming from as well. Your door handles going to be body color door handles with a bright finish on the outside, the little insert on those. 4-door intelligent access, which means key fob in your pocket. Put your hands in the door handle. It's going to unlock the vehicle, whether it be the front or rear doors. Comes in real handy if you have putting kids in the car seats in the back and you come up to them and you just want to do that. You don't have to go and put your hands in the front door to unlock it. You can just put them in the back doors. It's going to unlock it and then you can open it up. It's kind of convenient, as well as when you're getting out and you lock it, you can use any of the doors. So again, if you get out and then you get the kids out of the back seat and shut that door, you can just press the ridges on that door and it's going to lock it up. So I like the 4-door intelligent access aspect of this. Keyless entry remotes with the passive key, which means that key will be inside the remote. So you don't have to get it out because you just leave the key fob in your pocket. But for some reason, the battery dies or something, you need to manually unlock it. That key's still there so you can still get into the vehicle that way. Remote start as well on the remote. So that means if you're close enough proximity, you can use that remote start to remote start the vehicle. You also get security code keyless entry keypad. That's going to be on the pillar, kind of invisible. You just swipe it and you'll be able to see it. Set your own code. So if you don't have the keys on you, but you want to still access the vehicle, you can use that keypad to be able to do that. Privacy glass in these back windows and quarter windows back here, as well as the back glass. Cooler inside also looks nice on those. On the vehicle too. Safety door locks on child safety locks on these doors means it allows you to lock that door out so that they're not able to open it from the inside when you don't want them to. The fuel tank is going to be an 18-gallon fuel tank for you. Easy fuel capless filler door as well, so just press that door. Actually, on the hybrids, you'll have a door release inside. But if you have the EcoBoost, you just press the door and you just fill it up. Put the nozzle in, no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Double door system does have 2 latches on the second door, so only the correct size nozzle will release it. They have to re-release at the same time. That's why if you run out of gas, you need to use a funnel, or you need to use a gas can, you want to use the funnel that comes with it so it'll open that up for you so you can fill it up. Also, perimeter alarm. that just allows for when you lock the vehicle up, it's gonna, you know, securely protect the vehicle. So if someone breaks into the vehicle, breaking glass, and tries to get in it, it's gonna honk the horns, flash the lights, and set off that alarm. Also, the inclination sensors. So if somebody tries to jack it up and take off your nice 21-inch wheels, it's gonna do the same thing. Honk the horns, flash the lights, let people know someone's trying to mess with your vehicle. Now let's move around to the back and go over some of the features here on the back. Oop, there we go. So here on the back, it will have a body colored rear spoiler at the top, or on the here on the back. Also does have a center high mounted stoplight here in the back. That's your third brake light. That was what I like to call it. High gloss pieces coming down here on the side. Also, you do have the rear defrost, rear wiper with a rear washer back there. LED tail lights back here with amber turn signal lights. You'll see the nice satin aluminum finish here on the applique here on the lift gate. Rear view camera. Also, reverse sensing system, so you can be able to see behind you, and you can alert if you get too close to anything, and you get reverse brake assist when you go up to the platinum trim. So as you're backing up, if you're not paying attention to the alerts telling you to stop, it'll brake the vehicle if you're going to run somebody over or something. Platinum badging on the back of the lift gate as well. Body colored bumpers up here with a it's going to have a black molding on that top of that, but with a chrome accent on there too, so great look to it. The molded in black rear bumper back here with the reflectors on there, so people that you know, if they're seeing you, the headlights hit that, they can see that you're there. Also, you're going to see the silver, the premium finish silver skid plate on the back. Dual exhaust with chrome tips back here as well on the back of the vehicle. You do get power lift gate. Not only that, hands-free foot activated lift gate. So you just kick underneath and it's going to open up that lift gate. We'll tell you they may at some point take off the hands-free lift gate. That is an option that on about all the SUVs, the Edges, the Escape, as well as the Expeditions that they're removing, the hands-free foot activated part of that, still have the power liftgate access if they do decide to do that. We'll talk about that when we get to option equipment, because it is in there. It's listed as in the options as being able to remove that option. So if they have constraints again like they did last year, they might have to remove that. And not sure, they haven't kind of mentioned yet whether or not it's going to be something removed in 23 at this time. So inside, you will have a mini spare in the vehicle. Also, you get cargo net hooks, so hooks so you can set up the cargo netting in there. Load floor tie down hooks as well, and there is actually a partition there for being able to just put things in there, but also storage underneath, so that you can pull that, you know, false floor and put things in there. It even has dividers to divide that out too. Cargo area light as well, and a cargo area power point back there too. So that's all of our exterior features that are standard equipment. So let's go ahead and move inside and talk about some of the interior features now. Okay, moving to the interior, there are two different color interiors that you have. One is the ebony interior. So let's talk about that one first. As you're seeing with this and with the ebony interior, the headliner as well as your pillars coming down, overhead console and visors are going to be that ebony interior. You're going to see ebony as well on the lower parts of the environment, is what they call that in there. You'll notice the differences in the seat. Be ebony seats with the Bornello accent on there as well, those headrests and such. So that's how that's going to look. Move around to the dash, you can kind of see what that looks like. So you're going to also have that same kind of look, your ebony. Let me check my notes here. Now, this will be a multi-piece, because there's three pieces here over on the left side, as well as on the right side of the steering wheel, and then the other one above the glove box area. That is the applique that comes across for the instrument panel. It'll be a gray ash swirl, real wood accent. And no matter which color interior you have, that's the finish you're going to have. You'll notice the instrument panel itself here, which is the center part. The center stack will be a high gloss color. Nice black high gloss color there for that. Also, your buttons will have that same high gloss color there too. You will here have this nice satin silver finish, aluminum surround here, as well as you're going to see that on your door handles there too. And then a high gloss black color here on the arm pulls as well. And then on there, you can't really see it here, but you will have a leather pulls on that. So your let me just make sure where it's your door pulls and instrument panel. So up here on your instrument panel, as well as on the door pulls, that's here we go to the side one. That's this right here. That insert is going to be a nice leather insert as well. So leather wrapped door handles and inserts, as well as on the up there on the console itself too. So it looks pretty cool. Finished there to the vehicle. And then on the steering wheel too, you're going to see Right in here, you're going to see that nice real wood accent as well on the steering wheel with the satin silver accent there too. So real nice in how that is. You will have a high gloss black wrap on that steering wheel too. Now go to the sandstone. Let's go ahead and choose that color there, so we can go over that. So on this one here is going to be a little bit different look to it. As you can see, it's going to be that tan on the headliner and the pillars, as well as the visors and the overhead console. You can kind of see still have a little bit of the darker finish down below. Same applique on the dash though, with that real wood accent in the dash, as well as leather wrapped on the instrument panel, as well as on the doors. This time it's the sandstone finish there for you. So, and then you're going to notice the seats are completely sandstone. You don't have the Brunello accent on those. And then moving here, the instrument panel and center console is going to be the same as it was on the ebony finish to it, and also the same inserts on the steering wheel will be the same as well. This environment, the outside of that will match with your dash there for that. So that's a color, different colors. I want to make sure I highlight that. The illuminated door sill plates, scuff plates there getting in the vehicle, they'll be illuminated for you for the front and the rear with bright inserts on the front ones. Also illuminated entry getting in, so then that way kind of lights up here and lights in the footwells. Ambient lighting lights in the footwells and the media hub area and the rear footwells. You will get floor mats, front black carpet with Brunello stitching and platinum branded for those for the first and second row floor mats, as you can see kind of with those right there. Now for your seats, they are leather seating surfaces with tri-diamond perforated inserts. So that's a nice perforation. You kind of see that. I don't know if you can see that real good there or not, but we'll get an overhead view where you can see that. Accent stitching on that as well. Nice embroidered platinum on those backrests as well. Captain's chairs for the first and second row. You do have a console coming through for an armrest there, as well as on the back seat. They're going to see their own armrest there on the inside there for you. And then, of course, you can put your arms on the doors as well. On those seats, second row will slide forward and back for you. And those levers right there, that allows you to be able to call what they call the easy entry. You pull that lever, it's going to bring that backrest down against the seat cushion. Pull it again, it'll pop it up against the seat so you can get to the third row seat, which is a 50-50 Splitman seat, seating two back there as well. In the back, and that is a fold flat third row seat, so it'll fold completely flat down, so you can have a flat low level, and there are cargo even over those third row seats if you don't need them in there, which is really nice to have. Now, in this moving back to the front, you will get a 10-way power driver's seat with memory, so the memory is going to memorize the seat in the mirrors and I believe the steering wheel, which we'll talk about that in just a second. 8-way power adjustment for the passenger seat. So 10-way for the driver is going to be forward and back, the backrest as well, also up and down, and it's going to get the front cushion will go up and down for the driver, as well as power lumbar. That's your 10 positions. For the power passenger seat is an 8-way, so it's forward and back, the backrest, there's 4, up and down, there's 6, and the lumbar is 8. So that's your adjustments for that. Also heated and ventilated seats for the driver and front passenger, and 4-way manual adjustment for the headrest. They'll go up and down, as well as ratchet forward and go back. And then second row, we mentioned heated seats. So these two outbound seats are going to be heated for you. And then you also have sun blinds on those back windows as well included here. And the third row seat is a power fold third row seat. I mentioned that they fold flat. They are power adjustment for the third row seats on the platinum trim. Latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children that allow you to be able to harness those front and rear facing car seats so they can be more secure in those second row and third row. You can do that in the back seats as well. And then rear auxiliary controls on the back of the console. And I'll talk a little bit about that when we talk about park constraints. A couple different things that they might ask you to remove is the rear controls on the back of the console, which would also mean no controls for the heated seats either. So the climate can still be controlled up front, but the seats cannot be for the second row. So you may lose access to the heated seats if there's just any supply chain issues where they're needing to remove that. That's why they'll have that option. We'll get into optional equipment and that option later. You will have USB ports on the back of the console, USB type A and C, and you'll get a 400 watt outlet, so a 110 outlet back there on the back of the console. Power windows, one touch up and down for the front windows, which means you just hard press it down till you feel it click. It's going to go ahead and go down. You don't have to hold it. Coming up, pull it till you feel that click. Let go. It's going to roll them up as well. Power locks as well for the vehicle. You will have a leather wrapped heated steering wheel for you. Power tilt and telescoping that will include the memory. So electronically go up and down, forward and back for you using a dial on the side. Leather wrapped, as I mentioned, the accent stitching and the real wood accent in there. Does have the cruise control, and we'll talk a little bit. There's a standard package that's included on this. We'll talk about at the end that talks about adaptive cruise control. That's controlled on the steering wheel. Redundant audio controls as well as the controls for the 12.3 digital productivity screen. So it's digital, so cool digital speedometer and everything right there. Real nice digital screen right through there, LCD screen. Push button start is located right back there underneath the vent. For your climate control, let's talk about that. Tri-zone electronic temperature control. Driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures as well as those in the rear. For your audio, B&O audio sound system, Bang & Olufsen, 12 speakers, including a subwoofer, HD radio as well, Sirius XM satellite radio too, and you get the Sync 3 with the 8-inch LCD screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and don't forget you get Ford Pass Connect, which allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. Free app you download, you can unlock and lock your vehicle from anywhere, remote start your vehicle from anywhere, even schedule remote start times. And you can also see the tire pressure on your tires and your fuel in the vehicle and where it's located all through that app. Also, let's go into this 360 view so you can see above the vehicle. There we go. And by the way, there's a better shot of those diamond perforations on those seats. But up here, we do have auto dimming rear view mirror. It means it's going to dim that mirror automatically if this car at nighttime. So when those cars come behind you, you don't have to worry about those blinding you. Overhead console includes the sunglass bin, map lights as well. Does have the visors with illuminated vanity mirrors on the back sides of those. And universal garage door openers is not showing it up here, but it's going to have the 3 transmitters up here, so you can program those garage doors to those. So you don't have to have that garage door opener clipped to your visor. Media hub area is down here. Just click that chrome button there. It opens up. You're going to be able to see a couple USB ports in there, PowerPoint, as well as wireless charging pad, standard equipment as well. Rotor dial shifters located there, parking brake and auto hold switches there. For your all-wheel drives, will come with it tells it 4-wheel drive. That terrain management switch is going to be between those parking brakes and the console cover here. And that console cover is leather covered console cover for you with a PowerPoint inside it as well. And that's all of the interior standard features. Now, I want to talk about, when we go to packages, we're going to talk about some optional packages. But first, what I want to talk about is what standard package that you get. And that's the Ford Copilot 360 Assist Plus package. That is standard equipment on the Platinum trim. So I'm going to play you a video that I recorded on another video that goes over all the features included in that package. And we're going to talk about the Ford Copilot 360 Assist Plus package. And this package is available as optional equipment on the XLT and the ST models, but is standard on your ST line, your Timberline, Limited, King Ranch, and Platinum models. So available in a lot of different trims here. Now this one is it's including the intelligent adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane centering. So let me talk about those individually. So adaptive cruise, part of that is going to take that cruise control to the next level, and so you can have that adaptive cruise set. So if you come up behind somebody, it'll slow you down to go their speed, so you don't have to use the brake and you don't come up behind them. If you pass them and it's safe to resume, it's going to speed you back up to your speed unless there's somebody else up there again. Now, also will bring you to complete stop. Stop and go means it'll bring you to a stop without you pressing the brake. In those types of situations, if they take off, and so it'll start resuming, keeping that distance behind them until you can pass them and you can speed back up. Also, lane centering will keep you in the center of your lane. A little bit different than your lane keeping, which is actually can be activated with your cruise or not. The lane centering is activated with your cruise control if you select it in your cruise control settings, and it'll help keep you in the center lane. So it will not let you get over to the lines. Its goal is to keep you in the center of your lane. And the intelligent part of this is also going to be able to recognize the speed signs. So if you are going along, let's say you can even put in the tolerance. I like to go 5 over. So let's say we're in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. My tolerance is set at 5 over. I'm going 75 miles an hour. If that speed sign changes to 60 in a construction area or something like that, it's going to slow you down to go 65 because I have mine set at a tolerance of 5 miles an hour over. So that's a great system. Really kind of helps with getting any kind of speeding tickets that you maybe don't realize the speed zone changed on you, the speed traps, that kind of thing. This will help out with that. Also, evasive steering assist basically means if you're not able to stop in time and you need to avoid by steering, it's going to assist in the steering around that. It makes it easier to steer around the vehicle. Also, you get the voice-activated navigation system. That's the on-screen navigation system with, I believe this in here is going to give you several months, 3 years of service, I believe, with that. Comes with the traffic and travel link as well with that system. So that's a Copilot 360 Assist package is, again, available on the XLT and ST line and standard on, or I should say available on the XLT and ST and standard on the ST line, Timberline, Limited, King Ranch, and Platinum models. So now let's talk about this 601A equipment group. So when we talk about this equipment group, it means basically you're selecting 600A as your hybrid engine and some of the features that come with a hybrid engine, 601 as your EcoBoost. So let's click on that one and show you the difference here. So first off, when we click on that, we go back to powertrain. This is the equipment group you want to choose if you want that 3.0 liter EcoBoost engine. This is going to be the V6 EcoBoost with auto start-stop technology. Come to stoplight, stop sign, shuts the vehicle off, let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. You can deactivate that for each engine cycle. Now this will come with the 10-speed automatic transmission as well, and it's going to also come with the either standard and rear-wheel drive, or you can also get that one as well in the intelligent 4-wheel drive with that terrain management system we talked about earlier in the video. Now, that's going to all be included. Now, a couple things to make note that are different is when you go to this one, you're going to have a different brake system. So it's a 4-wheel disc brake with ABS instead of the high series brakes that you get with regenerative braking. So it will be a different braking system. Also, the brake calipers, instead of the heavy duty brake calipers, you're going to have the standard duty. So because you don't need that regenerative braking because you don't have a hybrid motor at this in here and want to regenerate some of that power back to the vehicle. Also, you're going to be upgraded with this, and instead of just, well, you get another 2.2 gallons of fuel. So a 20.2 gallon fuel tank that comes with this one instead of the 20 gallon on the hybrid. Also, you get a different gear ratio on the back. So you're going to have a 331 non-limit slip rear axle for both front-wheel drive and your four-wheel drive system there. And also, don't forget to, with this one here, a different exhaust system. So when you go to this one, your exhaust is going to be a quad tip dual exhaust instead of on the hybrid where you get just the dual exhaust, the single tips on each side. So a little bit different exhaust system back there. And don't forget with this in here, you won't have that pedestrian alert sounder like you do with the hybrid. Not needed because of the EcoBoost engine being started, it can hear that. You will not have that, as well as you will not have the extra insulation, the active noise cancellation. So a lot of times in a hybrid, it's so quiet, you want to be able to cancel out some of the outside noise because otherwise it's going to be really weird. It's going I have it with my fully electric truck, and it is you hear a lot more noise out there, and so the active noise cancellation kind of helps cancel out some of that noise that you're not used to hearing when you would have that. So you will not have that on the EcoBoost because you're not needing it with the EcoBoost motor. So that's a 601A equipment group. So if you want that, that's kind of what's included and how that some of the brakes and such are different on the EcoBoost versus the hybrid. But basically, you choose one or the other and go from there. And now let's talk about some different optional packages. In the first, in fact, all of these, there's 5 optional packages. Let's go over to that and show you that. So these 5 optional packages are all packages that are available in other trims. So I actually have already recorded videos, and this is going to help me process these a little bit faster. I hope you forgive me for that. But we do have, we're going to talk first about the technology package, and then the premium technology package, and then we're going to talk about the tow package, the cargo area management system, and the smokers package. So all 5 of those I've recorded in other videos. So take a look and see what features included in each one of those packages. There's timestamps for each one of these down below as well. So if you want to move around on this, but here's what's included in those 5 packages, back to back to back to back to back. All right, let's go ahead and talk about, I decided to want to go ahead and record these because of some of the wording I use on the other one. I don't want you to get confused. So first let's talk about the premium technology package, I want to talk about the technology package first. Technology package is $1,000 and is available on the King Ranch in the Platinum Edition. So it's available on both of those, even the Platinum, even if you go with the 600 EcoBoost or the Hybrid, either one, it's available on that as well as with the King Ranch. So what's going to include in this is where you're going to get the different screen. 10.1 inch LCD portrait style screen in the center stack. That's going to give you all the same functionality as the other one, but now you're getting that portrait style screen there. Also upgrades with 2 more speakers. B&O audio sound system, Bang & Olufsen with 14 speakers, including a subwoofer. So that's getting an upgrade. So a lot of people would rather have that 10-inch screen versus the other. So you have this option with this package to go with either one of those 2 screens. And when you go with this one, you gain 2 more speakers as well. So that package, again, is available on the King Ranch and the Platinum, on Platinum with the 600 or 601A equipment group. Now let's talk about the premium technology package, and that one's about $300 more, and it's similar in the features. And again, this one is available on the Platinum, both of the different equipment groups, as well as it's available in the King Ranch edition. So this one again is just like the other one's going to give you the 10.1 inch portrait style screen here. Also gives you the B&O audio sound system with 14 speakers, including a subwoofer, even though it doesn't mention it there. Also, you're going to get the multi-contoured seats with active motion. That's your massaging seat features for the front only seats. So this is so you go up to the premium package if you want the massaging seats on your vehicle. So the reason they made this 2 different packages this year was because last year they had some part issues with the multi-contoured seats. So they make it now, they made 2 different packages. So if they do have that problem with constraints and parts and being able to get the multi-contoured seats, then that way you'll be able to select over to the other package if you still want to get yours produced for the vehicle scheduled for production. So so this package again is available on the Platinum on either different equipment groups and available in the King Ranch. Let's talk about the Class 4 trailer tow package, and this is available on the base trim, XLT, ST line, Limited, King Ranch, and Platinum models. It's standard on the ST and Timberline models here, so pretty much available on all of the different trims here for you. And so this package here is going to allow you to be able to pull that trailer. So you're going to get a Class 4 trailer tow hitch. So it's going to be that 2-inch size hitch for you. It's going to also come with wiring, I believe 4-pin wiring that's going to go along with that. And you already get trailer sway control as standard equipment with this. But this package includes a couple different features, the wiring and the hitch, so that you can go ahead and pull that trailer if you need to. I'm not sure, you'll have to double check the tow rating on that. Because it depends on which motor you have, it's going to different towing capabilities there for you. So you want to make sure if you have a trailer, you check and see what expedition or what Explorer you're looking for, what the maximum tow is going to be for that, so you know if that's going to pull your trailer or not. So again, trailer tow package is available as standard equipment, or as a package available on the Explorer. Now let's talk about the cargo area management system. Now this one is available on all Explorer models, but it's standard on the Timberline model. So this package here is going to include the cargo netting. So we really don't see an image of that. Cargo net actually allows you to be able to put like different things in it, so that way it won't move around in there. So you use the hooks up in here and the loops to be able to kind of position that in there, so you can put things in there that won't move around or roll around for you. Also, you get a cargo well rubber mat, so that's going to go down below there, so that way you can go ahead and put that in there and cover it up. So, and then you have a reversible load floor as well. So now you'll notice too, these systems, you already come standard equipment. You can pull the little, there's a floor there that comes up, and you can put things down in there with the dividers in there as well. So this is a real nice way to be able to, if you put a lot of things in there, the rubber mat in there, the reversible load floor means that one side it's carpeted, but on the other side it's going to be more all weather, so you can turn that over. So for that. So again, this is available on all the different trim levels and standard on the Timberline. Now, a package that Ford is putting in here with the packages, and some trims that puts it in as standalone options, and usually a package means it's more than one feature. So this is available, the Smokers package is available on any of your Explorer models, and you're getting 2 things in this. You're getting a little cup here that you can put in the cup holder that allows you to put ash, if your ashes from cigarettes in there, or if you want to use it as a tray coin holder, you can do that as well. Also, then it comes with this lighter that will go in that PowerPoint, so you can, of course, light those cigarettes and such for you. So this is a package, comes with those 2 items for $75 and is available on all your Explorer models. All right, so now we're going to talk about the standalone options. So starting up here, you can click on any of these tabs up here and go to that section. So we're going to start with the exterior options for you. here. Now, and some of these options I will let you know that are some things that are available through Ford Accessories website, and some of them it's better off if you hold them off of your builds and get them through Ford Accessories website, add to the vehicle after it comes in. Because sometimes if you add too many of these on there, it will slow up yours being selected for scheduling, because if they're out of that part, they'll just pass your order up and go with another order that doesn't have that on there that they can actually build. So keep that in mind. One of them is the splash guards. So splash guards is something actually is put on at the factory, it looks like. No, that is a dealer installed option. So it shouldn't hold up your build, but the dealership would install it when the vehicle comes in. So they'll ship the parts ahead of time. The dealership installs it for you at that $180. So basically, you don't pay for an install fee. The dealership basically has to do it for you for free. Also, moving down, we do have the rock rail or the roof rail crossbars. So now this is going to be you have the side rails, which are chrome. Now these are the black crossbars that go across there, and will help if you want to have any kind of car carrier, like a bike carrier, or not car carrier, except car carrier, a bike carrier, or like a luggage rack or something like that up there. Then you would need those crossbars for that. So that's available there. Now some of these are already selected because they're already standard equipment, and that's why they're already selected. So. And down here we have the twin panel moonroof is available. That is a factory installed option. So you'd want to get that from the factory. So if you're thinking you want that, get the twin panel moonroof, definitely got to make sure you put that on your order when you order the vehicle. So this in here, well, twin panel moonroof, power sunshade as well, that opens up right there. So that is available, $1,600 for that there. You do have the wheel lock kit. That is a Ford Accessories option. Again, you could probably get this through Ford Accessories and add it to the vehicle, but if you do get it, put it on your build for the factory build. They'll ship that to the dealer. The dealership would install it for you at no charge again. Engine block heater, that is a factory installed option. So that's something you would want to put on your build, and that's going to allow you to plug in to keep that engine block warmed up, especially in the winter time when it's really cold outside. Those northern states, you want to make sure that's a factory option. You want to make sure you put on the vehicle. Again, these are already included as standard equipment. Pedestrian alert sound, the reason it's not checked is because we're still on the EcoBoost motor. If we were on the hybrid, that would be checked for us. The Bliss with cross-check alert. So this here is the reason there's no price there is because you get that. It includes the trailer coverage. So you see two different ones here. If you get the trailer tow package, you also get the coverage for the Bliss of your trailer in that point. So if you look on that eye, you can see it's watching the blind spot of your trailer as well. So pretty cool. And that's included automatically when you get the tow package. Active noise cancellation, again, it's not selected because we don't have the hybrid selected. And then, of course, these are already standard equipment. Moving down, you select your interior trim. Don't forget to do that with your dealer. Going down here, you can select for the second row. If you want the standard is the bucket seats, but you can get the second row 35 bench seat. And so if you select that, you'll see what that looks like. You do get an armrest in the middle of the backrest, but not on those seats anymore there. Excuse me. So that's the difference in what that's going to look like. Those two above seats still get the heated seats and such, but that's the seating configuration. So you pick your second row seat however you want to. Third row power fold is already included. The cargo mat is $160. So that one there also is a Ford Accessories option there for you. So if you want that, you can go ahead and get that. It is going to come to the dealer ahead of time, and the dealership will put it in the vehicle. So again, you can have it shipped to your door as well. The difference on this is that it's $160. You don't pay for any kind of shipping like you would as if you got it through Ford Accessories. But again, the more of these that you put on your vehicle, the more likely it is going to be held up for getting shipped out. The roadside assistance kit and first aid kits, I would definitely get those through Ford Accessories website. Don't know how available they're going to be from the factory. Again, they're going to pull them off the shelf if they're available and then ship it with your vehicle. So if they're not available when they're wanting to schedule yours for build, then they'll pass over your build. So just keep that in mind, not to add, if you want to add some of these, add the ones that you want. But if there's some of those that are kind of like to have things, maybe hold off on it, especially if they're Ford Accessories options like these. So the first aid kit's the same way. If you click on that, you can see a little more information if you click on those eyes. Also, these floor liners. So there's floor liners, second row. So you want to get the floor liners instead of the mats. You're still going to get the floor mats. Anytime you have an upscaled vehicle, you get the floor mats, but they'll also give you the all-weather mats as well if you want. So $200 for that. That is something that will be actually put in the vehicle when it leaves the dealer. So that is actually something that shouldn't hold up your build. Now, a couple different cargo organizers, and the pictures are actually backwards on these. So we do have the standard size, which will be 3 bins instead of 4, like in this image. And then you do have the larger one, which is supposed to be 4 bins instead of 3 bins. So those, like I said, those images are swapped. They did that on all of the Explorers. So it's kind of, at this point, it's like, this is five different ones that they've have it incorrect there. Mini spares also already included. I don't know why it's not highlighted there, but there you go. The auto start stop removal. This is, again, something that they might have to do. Depends on a microchip. So they have it as an option on the order guide and on the builder price, because if that's, they might be a situation where they might have to, you know, put that on your order for it to be scheduled for shipping though. So keep that in mind. So auto start stop removal, and that would be for the EcoBoost motor only. Hybrid would not have that, so keep that in mind. The all-weather floor mats for the third row, 2 different configurations if you have the bench seat or the bucket seats. So that you could see one's for second row bench, one says second row captain. So you would choose the right one for your seating configuration, and that is an Ford accessory option. So that is something that you would actually could order from them if you want to, but it shouldn't hold up your build. They're probably shipped ahead of time to the dealership because they're listed here as a dealer installed option. The cooler bag, another Ford accessory option that you can get through Ford Accessories website, which is how I'd recommend you get it, but you could put it on there. I mentioned earlier about the rear auxiliary control credit, so this would be the option for that. So again, if they have any issues with that, then they might have to add that to your order, as well as the second row heated seats as well. That's not listed here, but that is possibly would need to be added. Active Park Assist 2.0, 355, that gives you the capabilities of being able to park your vehicle. So parallel park your vehicle, perpendicular park it, reverse perpendicular, I should say, and park out gives you that option. The reason this year they used to include this as standard equipment, but last year they had a constraint issues, so now they're making it as a standalone option. Because that way they can take it off if they're having any part constraints and any chip holds. So just be aware of that as well. Also, dual headrest rear entertainment system. No images of that, but that basically will replace these headrest with rear entertainment screens where you can play DVD players, plug in gaming systems, USB ports, that kind of thing. Thumb drives with videos and that kind of stuff on there if you want to, with headphones for each one of those. They would be individual of each other, one on each of those headrests. So that's pretty cool on how that works. And then the 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot credit. Again, because of parts, they might ask you to remove this. They're already starting to do this on the Ranger for 23, so it may be only a matter of time before they do the same thing for the Explorer. And what this is going to give you is you can actually sign up and pay a subscription of, I think, $20 or $10 a month to have your vehicle be a Wi-Fi hotspot. Because of the embedded modem you have with the FordPass Connect and such, you would have the capabilities for that, but this would take that away if they have to because of part constraints. Still wouldn't lose any of the FordPass Connect availabilities with that. You still wouldn't be able to remote start your vehicle from anywhere and all those other features. You just wouldn't be able to use the Wi-Fi hotspot for people to be able to connect to your vehicle. Also, something that's not listed in here is that hands-free foot-activated lift gate. It's on the order guide here. Deleting that option, that's on here. So it may be required, and it may start showing up on there eventually, but at this time, it's not showing up on there, but it is in the order guide, so I would say it could possibly happen. Also, front license plate brackets not listed on the website either. So if you're in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. You don't have to order it. It'll come with your vehicle for those dealerships in those states, and the dealer would put it on for you. Now, if you're in a state like Kansas that doesn't require a front license plate, it's a standalone option, but it's a no-charge option. The dealership's still required to put it on your vehicle for you, but you'd want to make sure you add it to your vehicle if you want a front license plate bracket. Or if you're ordering from a dealership that's outside of your state, and your state requires it, make sure you remind that dealership that you need that on your vehicle because you'll need that. Otherwise, the dealership's gonna have to pay for that later, and have to put it on the vehicle. So just keep that in mind there too. So that's all of our standalone options that I wanted to go over for the Platinum trim. All right, let's go ahead and talk about a conclusion. I want a couple things I want to kind of go over, and as if we keep scrolling down, you're going to see some other features down here in these accessories. Now, I want to remind people these accessories are not factory options. Dealerships will not find any of these on the order banks when they go to select it. So if you're looking through here and you see some accessories you'd like to have, those are great, but those are only available through Ford Accessories website. They're not available to order from the factory. So keep that in mind. I really don't like that they put that in here. Just leave it on the Ford Accessory website and let us find it. Because I think it does confuse some people. They'll put it on their build, and I'm like, we can't add any of those to the build. So keep that in mind when you're building this out. Also, keep in mind right below that is the summary, so you can see the breakdown. We added this color, which was a cost color, and other things. It'll show you anything else that you added that would cost extra and give you that summary down there. Now, a couple of things in looking at the summary, you do have the base price of what we start with here as part of this one here. Also the options, which was $495, we chose for the color, no accessories, that's accessories section there. And then you do have the destination charge. Now that is, you're gonna have to pay for that. That is that's a factory option. That's factory charge there, $1,500. That charge is to get it from the factory to the dealer. So when we talk about later, we'll talk about free shipping. That's not what that is. This is to get it from the factory to the dealership. That's the cost of the rail company fee to get it on the rail and get it transported from the factory to the dealer. Also the cost of getting it on a car carrier to get it from off of the train, a depot, to the dealership as well. Now acquisition fee though, that is for leases. So if you click the calculator, then you'll notice this is a lease. If I go to finance, then it goes away. It's no longer there. So also in here, while you're at it, you can go ahead and kind of play with the payments. Let's say you want to put 1,000 down instead of 0 down or something, and you don't have a trade. Let's say instead of going 84 months, you want to go 60 months or something, and you think you can get better than, or let's say you want to go 72 or 6.9, and you think you can get better at 5.5% for 72 from your local dealer or a local bank or something, you can go that route, save it, and it'll update that payment for you and let you know what that is. And also right here is where you can print this off. So this is a very valuable website, because as we noticed, I covered about everything. There was only like one thing missing from the website is what's on the order guide. So it's very accurate, which makes you allow you to be able to print that or even share it using this link. You can copy that, and then you can send that over to your dealership or print it and take it to your dealership. And from that sheet, they can order your vehicle right from that. It has all the information that they need. Real nice and easy. We ordered 800 Mavericks easily by people sending us their build links, and then we were able to print it on our end and then order their vehicle and with pinpoint accuracy on those orders. So keep that in mind. That's how you can get that to your dealership. So now, speaking of that, hopefully you have a good local dealer that you can work with that knows a little bit about price protection as well as locking in your rates. Now, price protection means that when let's say you go in today and you order the vehicle, what the price is that you order it, that's the price that you should be locked in. Ford will price protect the vehicle. If they have any kind of price increases throughout the year, they're going to lock in and they're going to reimburse the dealership for the price that when they ordered the vehicle. That's called price protection. And so some dealerships don't know how to process that, and they're nervous they're going to get their money back. And so what they'll do instead is that they'll charge you that higher price on the vehicle. Well, McArthur, we know how to price protect our customers. Also, protection, rate lock. So if there's a rate right now, go back to this, you can actually see over here, if you scroll all the way up, there is a special locked-in rate right now. If you order a custom vehicle, and I'm not sure if the Explorer applies, there's 2 dots there, but 3.9 locked in APR, you can lock in that rate from when you ordered. And so that's called a rate lock. And dealerships, not all dealerships know how to do that. So make sure you know, work with a dealership that knows how to do that as well, and knows how to lock in that rate from when they ordered. It's actually very easy. When the vehicle comes in, you can decide if you want to look and go with the rates that are happening at the time you buy the vehicle when it comes in, or you choose the protect date on your smart vents and incentives, which would show the incentives of when you order the vehicle. So it's actually nothing the dealership needs to do on their end, just ordering the vehicle in the customer's name. And when the vehicle comes in, they put their customer's name in the smart Smart Vincent, it's going to automatically show those incentives, and the dealership can honor those. So again, making sure dealership knows how to honor that and price protection and what pricing they're going to do, you know, and that they know what's going on when it comes to any parking restraints. Like I mentioned earlier about different things that might have to be removed on vehicles. That's stuff that we learn as dealerships, and not all dealerships listen to those, and we are very averse to that information. So if you do want to work with us, we are doing MSRP pricing with a $500 dealer fee. We add nothing else to our vehicle fee or to a vehicle unless you're wanting it. If you want some sort of clear coat, protected, something else, anything aftermarket, you can get those, but that's not something we require and to put on your vehicles like some dealers do. So if you want to work with us, we do actually have a special YouTube offer. It's not in doesn't work with the special financing rates we talked about just a little bit ago, so it works separate of that. But if you do want to finance at standard rates, we will pay for the shipping of your vehicle up to $1,000 if you finance at standard rates. Now if you'd like to take the low rates and such, very easy to do. Just fly in. Southwest has some really cheap flights. We'll pick you up free of charge in Wichita or Salina and bring you to the dealership, and you can do it here and still work with a dealership that knows how to do price protection, knows how to do rate lock, and knows that the vehicle won't go up, and also what you need to do to your order to get it selected for scheduling and get it produced faster. So if you do want to work with us, we're free. We are taking orders. Again, 23 order banks are open up right now, so feel free to contact us if you'd like to do that. Also, don't forget you can find us on social media. We're at Law McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And here's my Linktree account. If you want to follow me and connect with me on social media, there's the links to all the different places you can find me, all the different social media sites, whatever it might be, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of them are right there in one spot if you want to connect with me there. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, smash that like button. Also, don't forget, if you like this video, you probably like our others. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, so you can get notified next with another video upload to the channel. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And until the next video, don't forget to stay positive, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.